Rise and shine, folks. Welcome back here on this Tuesday, the 19th day of March, and officially the opening tip-off of the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's Ben Glazer, Ryan Elke. I'm Anthony Bellino. Join us on the horn right now, our good buddy Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports. It's time to pick some brackets. Lee, how are you, my friend? How is the Dubai of the Western Hemisphere? What's life like down there in Miami right now? I heard the traffic is incredible.
It's not great, but I live pretty much in a 2-mile bubble. So my house is 2 miles from my office, which is in a triangle 2 miles from the gym where I work out in. So I stay in that bubble. I've got my grocery store there. I've got pretty much anything I need. Only time I really travel this time, I go to a lot of baseball games, University of Miami baseball games. Enjoy that. So, I'm not, except for when I'm going to a Miami Heat game, maybe every second or third week. It's not too bad, but I did almost get heat stroke on Sunday. Played basketball in the morning for 2 hours, play every Sunday morning. Took a shower, thought, okay, I'll go to the baseball game. It's like 93 degrees, hottest mid-March day they've had in 40 years, and had to leave after the fifth inning. I'm like, I'm done.
Wow. Guys still out there hitting the gym, playing basketball, sitting courtside. Jimmy Butler's out there. Hey, the Miami runs on Duncan, right?
Jimmy's injured. He takes off. Plays like every third game.
Those are the dates you got to get. It doesn't matter. We got Duncan Robinson. You mentioned UM, huh? A real Michigan man.
He got hurt too in the game last night. Went out.
Unfortunate, but I'm glad he's got a little uptick. Like, I'm glad that he is found his stroke a little bit this year, because last year it was looking a little rough.
Yeah, he got it back.
That's good. Hey, let's go NCAA tournament, my friend. It's one of the most wonderful times of the year. People are worried about trying to build their brackets and whatnot. Yep. However, and I think our listenership, there's another way you can get into the brackets. So let's do it. Let's take a look at this from the gambling perspective, shall we?
Yeah. Most important thing is you got to know the rules. And why do I say that? You have to know the scoring system. Maybe this is the reason that you and I didn't get in to an Ivy League school. So I had a friend one time. He moves from L.A. First time in our bracket with like 80 people. He predicts the Final Four but doesn't win a dime. Why? He didn't read the rules. Now, if the rules are the first round is 1 point, second round's 2 points, and it jumps to like 10, 20, 30, 40, you can take more chances in the first round. If it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you got to be judicious, and you can't just start, coming up with 14-3 and 15-2 upsets. So know the scoring system and the rules before you get started, and then also know the audience that you're playing to. So if you're in the Midwest like you are, you want to have probably a better chance to win it. Probably got to knock off at least 2 of the top 3 teams in the Big Ten if you want to have a better chance to win. Predict some teams from the East, South, or West a little bit more over the long haul. So those are just some of the basic rules that I follow here. Now, some of the big teams that obviously people want to know about. They want to know, can Purdue get it done finally? I don't know. I mean, this team, they just keep missing key free throws down the stretch. I think they got a really nice draw, but, outside of that, I just think that they're going to find a way to probably blow it once they face, let's say, a Creighton or a Tennessee. So I'm not going to put Purdue in my Final Four. Actually, like Creighton in that bracket. Some of the other teams from the Big Ten people are looking at, I like Illinois. I think they're probably going to make their brackets final, but they got to play UConn. I mean, UConn is scary good, but the first round game, I mean, should be an easy one against Morehead State. Morehead State, number 285 in turnover percentage is their defense. Their only chance is they play real slow tempo, 335 out of 355 teams. Unless Illinois is just totally off, Illinois should win and cover that game. And then the other team that's in it, some people think might have a shot, is Wisconsin. But Wisconsin is going to have to face probably Duke and then the winner of the Houston-Texas A&M game. So Duke can beat pretty much anyone except for North Carolina. So they just have a tough draw. I actually like Texas A&M. My Final Four, you can't be like Jay Billis and pick 3 number ones and a number 2. I do like 2 ones. I like UConn and North Carolina, but I like number 9, Texas A&M, to make it to the Final Four, and number 3, Creighton.
Oh, wow. Okay, Texas A&M, circle that, folks. Circle the Creighton game. You know, going over, you mentioned North Carolina, one of those ones that you like. If if or when they make it through their first round game, they're going to get the winner of Mississippi State versus Michigan State. This one in a couple of days over on CBS, a 12:15 tip-off between the 2 MSU schools. Who do you like in that matchup?
I like Mississippi State. I just think Mississippi State is they're going to force Michigan State into some turnovers, and think Mississippi State just playing that tough schedule. And I like their coaching staff. I think they're able to get their team ready for one game. Don't be surprised if you see a change made at Michigan State. Some of these coaches have been around. They're just tired of it. Down here, I was talking to Coach Larinaga in Miami. He might lose 10 of the 12 guys, might hit the portal. I mean,
wow.
It's just not the way it used to be. I mean, this is just – they're expecting over 2,000 of the 4,000 college basketball players to be in the portal. So, you know, I'm for free movement maybe once, but the system right now is just not working to the betterment of making college basketball better.
You know what we like to call that? Portal combat. You know,
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, portal combat. You take that with you. I like that. All right, who is the team? I know that you mentioned the Creighton, the Texas A&M one is kind of shocking because they got to get by my guy Keisei Tominaga out of Nebraska. It's all about the guard play, Lee. But who maybe is a team that you feel is just overrated in this tournament that you have zero faith in?
Probably Arizona. Pac-12 was weak. There's a reason why they're dissolving this conference here. They play no defense in football. They play none in basketball here. They didn't face the only teams that they faced with decent rosters all year. Decent were FAU and Washington State, and they struggled. Just played very few quad one opponents. So I would say Arizona. I have no faith in them. And you want a couple. Long shots here, sleeper teams. Number 10, Drake. Love this Drake team. Tucker DeVries, number 6 scorer in college basketball. He had 13 games of 25 points or more, and his team shot almost 44% from three-point range in the conference tournament. And the Duquesne Dukes, number 11 Dukes, have won 8 straight. They ranked 34th in adjusted defense, the best among mid-major busters. People want to see the teams like, Drake and Duquesne. They want to see how they match up against the big boys. They don't want to see the number 7 seeds from the Big Ten and the ACC and the Southeastern Conference. That's what makes the conference. Tournaments okay, but March Madness, they want to see these teams that they don't get to see all season long. Indiana State should have been in.
Hey, call Lee right now at Paramount Sports on Twitter, 1-800-400-9741, 1-800-400-9741. I'm going to take that audio right there, Lee. I'm going to clip it and send it to Greg Sankey, who's trying to expand this tournament. We want the Cinderellas, Lee.
Yep. I agree with you. Anyone else wants to get involved, only had 2 losing weeks. The entire March Madness, you get the entire tournament plus NBA during that time. We'll come out firing 6-7 plays on Thursday and Friday. $197 one place, ParamountSports.com.
ParamountSports.com. Lee Sterling, my man, appreciate the time. Great to hear your voice, my friend.
You too, buddy. Take care.
There he goes. We're back with more X